Hey guys, this is Aztec coming back for another scrim of GtAngel's Season 6 team, whose name has not been decided yet, and Linail's team, named Set Sail for Fail. It looks like Linail is going to give over drafting to his star offlaner Forgotten Fury for this match, whilst GtAngel will be drafting for his team, or her team.
10 seconds to go. 5 seconds.
Now this is the second scrim of 2. Second game of the scrim between these two teams. GtAngel's team did win the first one. And the bans are Troll Warlord and Void. Troll Warlord, an excellent hero for taking Roshan, particularly if you're the Dire. You can just sneak him in, it's a lot easier on the Dire side.
10 seconds to go.
He's a very strong mid laner usually, particularly against melee heroes, though can hold his own against most other heroes as well, I reckon. And then we have the Void and the Broodmother, two offlaners, both very strong and annoying in their own right. Void with his
Dire's pick.
big chrono teamfight ulti, and Broodmother for her strong split push. And then Juggernaut banned out for set for fail. Satania played an excellent game of Juggernaut last game, so a little bit of respect ban there, even though Satania is not playing this game.
10 seconds to go. 5 seconds.
The Vengeful Spirit picked up
Radiant's pick.
by the Dire. Strong overall support. It was picked up last time. First pick by GtAngel as well.
Radiant's
So
pick.
confident about his Venge players, I think. And then a Lion and Brewmaster picked up.
Dire's pick.
Both very strong heroes in their own right. Lion, decent laning stage, got lots of CC. Mana Drain, very annoying to play against. And Finger, excellent for taking down those heroes that you just need to be bursted really quickly. And Brewmaster, used to be played mid lane, now seeing a lot more action off lane, maybe in a dual lane. Perhaps with something like a Lion, this has already been picked up. But perhaps with like a Lich or something like that as well, can make a strong dual off lane combo. Brewmaster with his team fighting ulti, very strong in the mid game. Speaking of strong mid game team fighting ultimates, we have the Witch Doctor. Deathward can be very potent for taking down heroes that, particularly those that have magical resist, like Panda Brewlings. And then Necrophos banned out by GtAngel. Fishbot played Necrophos last game, played it well, and took out some very key targets in the fights that helped the Dire hang on just that little bit longer. Spoiler alert.
5 seconds.
No more. Looks like there's going to be no Necrophos this game. And a Tidehunter banned out by Set Sail for Fail.
Dire's ban.
Tidehunter, strong offlaner himself. Something that the... I'm sorry, I'm having a complete mind blank. Something that the Dire would look to be picking up, so Tidehunter initiates, which follows up with his ulti, Death Ward, and Venge. Protects the Witch Doctor. Anyone trying to come and disrupt him gets stunned, gets swapped out. Anything to stop that Death Ward being cancelled. So we have 2 more bans, 1 for each team, and then 2 more heroes we picked for each team. We'll see what GtAngel wants to ban out. Considering that the Dire have picked up 2 supports now, Venge could be played as a carrier, though it's not particularly popular. An Axe.
Radiant's ban.
Interesting. Perhaps they're looking to pick up a melee carry of their own. Something that would do particularly badly against an Axe. Something like a Lycan, maybe? It's been a while since I've seen a Lycan in the game. But it is possible. You do something like a a Lycan and a Death Prophet would
Radiant's
give you
pick.
a very, very scary pushing lineup here. Witch Doctor healing to keep the wolves alive, but yeah, it's always possible. And then Zeus banned out by Forgotten Fury this time, but set sail for fail. This was banned out in that same phase last game as well. And that time I thought it was perhaps that they feared the global strat of AA plus Zeus.
5 seconds.
Maybe they still do and think it's a farming venge, unlikely as that may seem. But perhaps they just dislike Zeus. He's a very high DPS hero to play against. He can be very annoying. He does get some mid laners do quite well against him, but overall he's pretty strong in lane. And they pick up an AA themselves.
Dyer's pick.
Lion does give enough CC for the Cold Feet to proc, and something like Chilling Touch on top of a Drunken Paula guaranteed crit is an awful lot of damage from just one hit. Something that would be very, very scary to play against. So we'll see how GtAngel responds.
10 seconds to go. 5 seconds. Reserve time. Taking a while on this pick actually, running very low on their reserve time. They pick up a Storm Spirit. Radiant's
A
pick.
favourite hero of mine. He's so very fun to play. And an instant anti-mage pick up the hard counter with the Storm Spirit. Though, Storm does well in lane, gets a very fast Orchid. He can be a pain in the ass for the anti-mage before he gets his Manta style up. So it is a race, really. Who can get the right up first, who can set the pace of the game, really. Storm gets a good start, he could wreck face, but he does need that decent start. Looking against something Storm really excels against is teams that don't have a whole lot
10
of
seconds
CS
to go.
control. And the Radiant have a
5
bit.
seconds.
It's a lot in the Lion. Brewmaster's Paralyzing Cask is Paralyzing Cask.
Reserve time.
Drunken Haze is a cask of beer that he tosses in your face, I guess.
Radiant's
And then a
bane.
Doom brought out. Hamid played this hero last time to great effect, and I imagine we'll see the same again. This time, Anti-Mage will be the target. The Doom being pure, piercing spell immunity means that Spell Shield
10
doesn't do a
seconds
huge
to
amount
go.
of... Well, doesn't do any... It's not of use at all, really.
5 seconds.
In fact, the die have a lot of physical damage. Wave of Terror is pure in itself,
Reserve
and it
time.
reduces armor. Paralyzing Cask is magical, but Death Ward is not.
Dyer's
Storm
bane.
does a decent amount of magic damage, but it also does a decent amount of physical damage with all the CS. And Phantom Assassin banned out by set sail for fail. A lot of physical damage coming out from the PA. Also, Blur, very annoying to be playing against when you're an anti-mage, as you don't necessarily want to be
10
picking up
seconds to
a
go.
MKB for yourself. The ideal build is something like
5 seconds.
Butterfly and Abyssal and things like that. Not necessarily.
Radiant's pick.
You don't usually see anti-mages building crits or MKBs or anything like that. And a Spirit Breaker banned out? Sure, why not? I mean, at the moment of the Radiant team, it does look like they're potentially looking to go for a offlane or a mid pick. I'm leaning towards offlaner a bit more, I think. I think Brew versus Storm is a fine matchup for the Brew to play. It is quite a race for level 6. If the Brew
10
gets
seconds
6
to go.
just before the Storm, he can
Dyer's
punish her quite heavily. Though the same could be said for a Lina. Lina or Lion. Lina and Lion both have huge amounts of damage. Lina and Lion, 450 damage and 600. 1,050 damage before resistance between the two of them once they hit level 6 itself. Not even level 6, level 6. Level 16 is 850 and 950. So, you know, 1,700 damage between the two of them. It's a whole lot of damage to be dealing out to a single hero. Storm, I mean, he's only got 1,600 HP at level 16 or something like that.
Ricky.
And then a Ricky picked up. Oh my. Smoke Cloud is very, very annoying to play against when you're anti-mage. It's going to be played by Moomin. So, without further ado, let's have a look at the teams. GtAngel, the captain, not the drafter this time, is going to be playing the Witch Doctor. Moomin, the carry,
better get ready.
Going to be picking up that Ricky. Sebern is going to be supporting on the Vengeful Spirit. Polar Buried is going to be taking up that mid role. Pool Tangos and going as mid with Storm. Harmid stealing on his Doom again, going bot. And this time, on the Radiant, we have Fishbot playing the anti-mage. Linail playing the Lion. Ensphere going to be playing the Ancient Apparition. Forgotten Fury, he's going to be taking up the Lina role middle. And Korean Letters is going to be playing the Panda off lane. A little bit different from last time, where Korean Letters played the mid. Lagging hard on Sebern. Panda, he's got boots and a ward. However, the Witch Doctor does have sentry, so Panda's not going to be wanting to place this ward where Witch Doctor can see. Alright, we ready to go? Let's see if Panda can get his ward off without the Witch Doctor seeing. Go. So, he just places it nice and safely here. We'll see any rotations in this area by the supports to help keep the Panda alive when he on this off lane. Looks like he's going solo as well.
30 seconds to showtime.
Anti-Mage's got a lot of region. He's got 8 sets of tangos. Maybe he was expecting a bit more resistance than just a Doom. Maybe he's expecting his supports to roam a lot, leaving him to fend for himself versus a Doom. It's not the worst thing in the world. Someone like a Storm is very gankable before level 6. Though they don't actually have a smoke, so they would have to... They could, in theory, just walk up here, actually. Seeing as the Dire Vision consists of here, at the moment. Where's the other ward?
Radiant on one side, Dire on the other.
There it is, of course. So, any ganks coming in through this way are going to be spotted out instantly, but the supports are blocked. So this way is clear. As long as they don't leave this area in a really obvious fashion. I mean, the Doom now, he sees Linail, right? So, if Linail suddenly fucks off into the jungle for 30 seconds, with the AA following behind, it's kind of obvious, really. AA spotted there. Hamid, he knows, so he's going to just back up, I think. Trying to get XP, but AA's going to show him the door. Korean, same thing's happening to him, though he is within XP range. Not a whole lot the Venge can do, really, to stop him. The wave will be pushing in Moomin's favour, though. So this is not... those are some lucky crits coming out. And Linail dewarding. Means that Doom is now blind on this side. He can guess that the line is there, but now it suddenly leaves the Radiant supports a whole lot freer. Alright, trying to trade with AA when he's got Trinity Touch on. Not the best idea. Though, 63 to 49 damage. He is getting it at least a bit better. Panda, greedy up top. Gets caught in the smoke cloud. Tries to Drunken Haze, but with the smoke cloud on, he's not going to be able to get it. And this is a huge creep wave for Moomin. So Moomin doesn't even lose any CS. Smoke up. Ping, ping, ping. They spotted it with this ward. So, expect Forgotten Fury to back the fuck up. I mean, you can see the storm is quite slow before level 6, so there was no way that was going to work. The storm, unfortunately, was very far behind. And with the smoke being spotted out, If Storm was in any way very low, getting low HP, Bottle is coming out for him, thankfully, so he doesn't need to risk a last creep to get it.
I'll take that.
Now the support's rotating back top. Use a smoke, got nothing out of it. Storm almost died. Bottle is now full, however. Well, Bottle's empty. His HP and mana are full.
Denied.
Lina's Bottle just coming up for her now. And this game, Anti-Mage is leading the CS board 13-7 for the Ricky's 11-0. What? Opting not to go a poor man's shield. Doesn't need it in this game really. At least not for the moment. Most likely going a Ring of Health Rush into Battle Fury. Most likely going to get least boost of speed first. I usually personally go Treads always before Battle Fury, just in case. Gives you a little bit of extra tankability. But with a Solar Doom here, he's alright, at least until level 6. Once the Doom gets level 6, then is when the Anti-Mage starts feeling a little bit worried, I think. And it's then where I would feel like I would need Treads to stay alive. Otherwise, you know, Doom is just Doom with Tranquil Boots is gonna run down the Anti-Mage. Even with 315 move speed, Anti-Mage is in trouble. Hamid, gonna chase down Ensphere. One last hit and he's dead. Uses the pot as well, he takes the fall. Fishbot tries to help out, but unfortunately, how do you stop a Doom, really? Like that, you can burn his mana, you can force him out of the lane, but still gonna die.
Invisibility.
Storm gets the rune top. Venge gets the rune top. Storm gets the rune bot. Venge, if she was Courier? No. 7. Level 4 on the Storm. Level 3 on the Venge. Level 5 on the Lina. Here she comes. Venge stun. Pull. Remnant. Double Lina. Stun very strong. Polar buried! He's getting low! He's getting low! Dies to the tower. Lina does die first, so she gets no XP for that. But still. Storm loses 150 gold, Lina gains gold. The Venge gains gold as well though, so. Oh. Storm did die first unfortunately in the end it seems, so definitely not the trade the Dire are looking for. Giving Lina an extra. Now Lina's level 6 to the Storm's level 5. 6.5 to the Storm's level 5 in fact. Storm's in trouble now. He's gonna get stunned, queued, and he's dead. It's race to level 6. Lina won the race. Yep. And with only a minute cooldown on Laguna Blade, it can happen again. Lina now level 7.
Technical difficulties.
Storm might be able to get level 6 before. Will more than likely, I believe, get level 6 before then.
Mid tower won't last much
But he still needs to be careful. He doesn't have a huge amount. He's got boost of speed in the bottle. Excuse me. He's got to walk back to base now that he TP'd. Bottling up. Null Tasman on the ground. Reasonably safe to do so. Ricky is top killing Korean letters. Just him and Venge needed. Witch Doctor is round bot, warding up and Sphere. Gonna be taking the bounty rune. Yep. Lina took the top rune, has got a regen rune. 10 seconds left on her ultimate. Storm is still not level 6. He spots the Lina though, and that's gonna save his life, I think. Yep. Lina's got her ulti up again, and Storm, he's in the same position he was last time. He's screwed. Like, Lina's gonna regen rune up now. Storm might get level 6 from this. Nope. Storm doesn't have level 6 yet, and Lina. Ooh, that regen rune. Well used indeed. Storm, he's not level 6. And Lina can just like run over him.
Dire's mid tower could use a little help.
Polar buried? Polar buried. GtAngel wasn't that close, and Laguna Blade was up again, so unfortunately Storm takes another fall. Lina 3-1-0, Storm 0-3-1. It's not the start you want to get on a Storm Spirit. Particularly a Storm Spirit, something that needs to snowball a little bit to keep being scary. If you're not scared of a Storm Spirit, he's not very useful at all, really. Particularly since he's so weak. If the Anti-Mage isn't scared of the Storm Spirit, who's to stop the Anti-Mage split pushing? It could be the Riki. Riki is getting his own farm. Storm does get a kill on Brewmaster, is going to help out, and Linail does take a fall to the Riki. So this is going to help him get back in the game, 0-3-3 now. But it was only 81 gold, 226 XP, and he's 3 levels behind the Lina now, who has got absolute free reign of mid. Getting a Yules now. Either a Yules or a Forstaff. Both are pretty good. Usually you would expect it to be Yules, however there is a Riki on the enemy team. Something that I expect to be at least item counted in some way. Something like a Ghost Scepter for the supports, Forstaff, particularly the Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage needs to get out the cloud to blink, he needs to stay alive by just jumping around, being hard to catch. Something like Cloud locks him down, you need Forstaff to get out of it, and the Anti-Mage is fine. Fast Forstaff on the Lina is something that the Radiant could sorely need to keep the Anti-Mage alive, and keep their main hard carry alive.
Bottom tower.
Right. Detection for the Radiant consists of 1 sentry ward that the line has, but not placed. Storm, jumping in. And Forgotten Fury takes a fall. The other lane's coming to help out the Storm Spirit. They recognise that the Storm needs to be kept alive, kept doing as well as he possibly can under the circumstances. However, this means Panda. He's level 5, behind the Doom. But now he can almost get level 6. If he's greedy, he can clap this next wave and jump away with ulti. But no, takes the safe option, falls back to base. Or a tier 1 tower at least. 60 XP off level 6. Meanwhile Doom, 30 XP off level 7. Doom on Fish. And Harmon's just going to run him down. Endersphere tries to block him. But what can Fish do? So now Endersphere's in trouble. Linail tries to help out, but he's going to take a... Oh, the cask! The cask! Cask! And now Forgotten Fury does... 4 for 0 trade. This is exactly what the Dire needed. 7 getting very low. But the Riki Smoke Cloud doing work. All in all, 2k gold change. No XP for the Radiant, 2.5k for the Dire. Panda has got his 6 now, so he can start being useful in the fights, but it's 10 minutes in. He's gonna need to do a lot of work to keep everyone in, keep any lead that they might have from the Lina mid. Storm, got Magic Wand and Boost of Speed. Lina does have the gold advantage on him by quite a significant margin, but then the Riki has a quite a significant gold margin on the Anti-Mage, who 11 minutes in, Boost of Speed, Broadsword, Ring of Health. It's not the worst, it's not the best.
The Dire couldn't hang on to that mid tower.
Mid tower is certainly going to help. Movement. Cloud and just a little bit too high, predicting the Anti-Mage to walk down continuing. If he had, he'd been screwed. He hadn't, so he's fine. Just 1200 gold away from Battle Fury now, Anti-Mage. Something that's, 3-4 minutes of good farm. Unfortunately, the Dire are looking for this. They're looking to find the Anti-Mage when he's alone farming. They're not going to let him. So instead, he's looks like he's going with his team. They're looking to use this Panda ulti, I think. Line drawn by Polar Buried. Sweep up that way.
Dire's top tower's getting beat down.
GtAngel, spotted out. Fish. Hexed. Stunned.
Tower's coming apart.
Mana drained. And he's gone.
Bottom tower.
Doom is just chilling bot with AA. AA hasn't got 6 yet. He's desperately looking to this. If he can get it, it would help their team fight a lot. But it doesn't look like he's going to get it. And here comes Moomin. No sentry wards for the Dire. Forgotten Fury's in trouble. Smoke cloud?
Great teamwork, you vicious thugs. Make a
Death
kill.
warmed over.
2 for 1 trade at the moment. Fish, gonna jump out. Linail. Draining mana. He escapes.
Double
Well, he doesn't escape. Fish escapes. Linail dies. 3 for 1 trade. 4 for 1 trade because, of course, Hamid, bot, 1v1ing the AA. Doesn't even have to use Doom. Not a good fight at all.
Radiant's top tower is taking hits.
And it looks like the top tower's going to get pressured by the Dire.
Radiant's top tower is in bad shape. Radiant's top tower is hurting.
Green letters. He's 1600 gold away from his blink.
The Radiant lost
Doom.
the top tower.
Can't split. Doom's just going to run him down. Green letters. He's blink. AA comes to assist, but it's too late. Too late. It's Doom. Creating space.
Make a kill.
Top lane. Lina kills Ricky, Venge kills Lina. Probably better than the Lina should have had, really, but still not very good at all. Endsphere is in trouble. Death Ward. He goes into the trees to hide. One hit away. Hide in the trees. Be very, very quiet.
Trouble brewing.
Very quiet.
Bottom
No, he sees him. Oh dear. And the top bot tower is going to fall as well. They started off so well for the Radiant. They had a really good start. They kept the Storm really low. Forgotten Fury doing a good job there. Then the rotations came.
Radiant's bottom tower.
And this Ricky, he's had free run. Yes, he only has 1 point, so it's 8 seconds of fade delay. But it's the initiation that counts. Dust for the Lina, but Dust is for getting away. They need sentry wards down all over the place. Otherwise, it's just going to keep happening. Ricky's going to smoke cloud on top of the anti-mage, and the anti-mage is going to get screwed. Or he's going to smoke cloud on top of the Lina, and the Lina is going to be screwed. Or the AA, or the Lion, or the Panda. They all need to not be silenced for this to work. Okay. This is where the dust comes in handy over sentries. They can see him, can burn him. But that requires them to gank him, which is a situation that happened now, but is not so often the case. Particularly when you have an anti-mage on the team who's going to be looking to farming, be on the defensive, has his claymore now, so a 15-minute Battle Fury, once the courier is done, so probably about 16 and a half then. Storm, half an Orchid and Treads when he had so little at 7 minutes.
Something about that bottom tower.
Jumps on courier letters. Endsphere hides in the trees. Is going to fall anyway. GtAngel takes him out. And Brew falls again. 0, 6 and 0. He hasn't got a single ulti off, I don't think. Otherwise, he would definitely at least have some assists. Lina did go for the Yules in the end.
You know the drill.
Can protect her somewhat against the Ricky. That last 6 seconds. It does give you a bit more move speed to get out of the smoke cloud before Ricky has a defusal. In fact, he's going Sandra and Yasha first. It's just going to be a while before that. Revenge getting the full stuff. AA doesn't have the minus like last game's AA. Who I believe was... Are they playing? Doesn't look like the AA was playing from last game. Unless it was GtAngel. I'm sorry, I can't remember. It's not really relevant anyway. Anti-Mage now with his Battle Fury, 16.5 minutes. Lion, got nothing. Storm, half an Orchid. Ricky, almost SNY. Venge, almost a 4-staff. Witch Doctor, he's got the Midas recipe. Just needs 200 gold, he'll have that, and we're expecting a pretty quick Aghanims out of him, something that can really, really do harm to the Radiant team. Those pandas are just going to melt.
Oh, look at it go!
Yep, one more creep. Witch Doctor has is Midas Hamid. He's got Blink, he's got Drums, he's got Tranquils, he's got Toughness Aura, he's good to go. Line, he's got Tranquil Boots and a ward. AA, Tranquil Boots and a ward. Both of them sitting very, very low down. Linail, he's in trouble. 2 hits, 1 more. Oh, yes, Linail ulti. Oh, misplayed. Doom on Lina.
Too many irons.
Storm, Jumping Lion. Got some mana. It's gonna jump End Sphere. 1 HP, 1 hit left.
Murder spree.
Doom.
Double kill.
Panda does get his ulti off. Doom, Storm's in the air. Doom walking away. Storm's gonna drop low mana. Panda ulti almost gone. Now he's in trouble. And he takes a fall. 4 for 0 trade.
Getting banged up.
And the tower's gonna fall.
Here's what's happening to Dire's bottom tower.
This is not looking good at all for the Radiant.
Radiant structures
This
like
time
this.
they're relying on Fishbot to
Radiant's
farm.
mid-tower's
Where
coming apart.
last game it was Korean letters, now it's
Dire best
Fishbots.
Do something about that bottom
Anti-mage, help me, help me Obi-Wan. Anti-mage, you're my only
tower.
hope.
Dire gave up a bottom tower.
Moonman's hunting him. He's in the trees and he's out. Good
Dire
awareness to know
best do
they're going to be
something
coming for him
about that
next.
Bottom tower.
Paul buried. Needs 700 gold and he's got his Orchid. 600 gold even. And from then, Anti-Mage is in trouble. I talked about the race between Anti-Mage and Storm for, Pause? Five minutes? Well. I'm afraid I don't have enough content to skip for 5 minutes, but I'll try. Let's see. So, yeah, it's 400 gold off his Orchid. Once that happens, Anti-Mage, he's going to be in big trouble. Anti-Mage is, despite having 2 points in stats, despite having 2 points in stats, Anti-Mage still only has 900 HP, 1000 with Strength Treads, but still, 1000 HP, 7 armor is not a whole lot. When your Storm Spirit's going to be zipping in, doing a whole lot of damage. Anti-Mage can be in real trouble when Storm gets his Orchid, of course. Riki presents the same issue as Anti-Mage. To Anti-Mage. Sunjin Yasha slows him in the smoke cloud, and Anti-Mage is in big trouble. Though we would most likely require the Riki to jump after him at least once. Probably once, so... Riki hits him, let's say 3 times in the smoke cloud. Anti-Mage will jump away. Riki does, let's see, 1.25 times Agi, he has 100 Agi. So he does 200 damage, let's say 170 damage a hit. Anti-Mage, 170 damage after resistances. So Anti-Mage with his 1000 mana pool, 1000 HP pool, survives 6 hits. Riki does 4 in the cloud, and then he blinks, and then the Anti-Mage blinks. Anti-Mage blinks, he blinks after it, 2 more hits, the Anti-Mage is dead. Easy peasy. Lina, 800 HP, doesn't have any sort of escape really. He's got a Yule Scepter, but that's not going to save him. Same amount. 8 hits. Lina's dead. AA, 600 HP, 3 hits. Lion, 720, 4 hits. Panda, he's got 1000 HP, he's also got Drunken Brawler, so he's probably the only one that can survive a Riki gank right now. Unfortunately. So, the Radiant, what do they do? Well, typically, when you're playing against a Riki, at least in pub play, the way you beat a Riki is to 5-man. You 5-man, you get sentries, place them as you go down the wall, as you go down the lane, you push. Once you reduce Riki to a hero that can't rely on his invis, he's effectively a 3-skill hero. He's got Smoke Cloud, which is strong. He's got Blink Strike, which is strong, and Backstab. But Permanent Invis is useless. Perhaps reflecting why Moomin has chosen to get 1 point in that and 4 in the other ones. It's a good build, gives her lots of DPS. However, I don't believe Radiant can do this strategy because they need Anti-Mage to be farmed before they can push, really. I mean, they can try to push with the Panda, but every single fight that they've attempted to take in, it's been a wash. 4 for 0 every time by the Dire. Mainly only 4 because Anti-Mage was not there farming. And the result, the score, 6-24. In fact, if you look at the gold, they had a lead, very small one, start of the game. It was starting to look promising, and then they lost it. 18 minutes, 10k gold lead. That is not something to be optimistic about. Same XP graph. They had a little bit of lead, and they lost it. They lost a whole lot of lead. Little spikes up when the fights go back in their favour a little bit. Solo kills can give a whole lot of XP back with the comeback mechanics. But unfortunately it's looking pretty grim. In fact, if you have a look at the hero levels, Anti-Mage and Lina are leading the board, but then 4 out of the 5 heroes on the Dire have level 2 ultis. Level 2 swap on Venge. That extra 250 range on swap is so very important to get decent positioning on it. Storm Split level 2 ulti. Extra speed and extra damage. Level 1 ulti is a little bit slow to be doing some ganks on the Anti-Mage. Level 2, just what you need. Riki. 30 more damage on 1 more blink charge. It's not a huge deal, but still a high level. Witch Doctor level 9 has got a minus though, so I can see that he'll be bringing back. He'll be following the rear for most of the game, I think. However, the minus will be in the rear. It's not that far behind really, especially when you consider the Panda level 8. Panda's one of those heroes you really need to have the levels on. The high points in Drunken Brawler to make him very tanky, very hard hitting outside his ultimate. Drunken Haze, very strong for against heroes like Ricky Maru, that require to right click to do their damage. AA level 6 with 600 HP, no stat items whatsoever. He needs something like a Bracer. Bracer gives him what? 6 strength. It's not a huge amount. It's like maths is hard. Like another 120 another 20 HP. It's one more hit from the Ricky. Perhaps it'll save him, perhaps it won't. Sage's mask picked up for the Doombringer a while ago. What a game indeed.
This is gonna be fun!
Alright, looks like we're going. And we're off. I've completely forgotten
Carry on.
where we are. But So look, Anti-Rage farming top, 1000 gold on him, 1 death, 115 CS. Is leading the board by 40 or so. They can't see this ward. They can see the Ricky coming as well. He's dead. Death ward.
Great teamwork.
And he dies.
I want to mine the
Just to piss off the Ricky.
Yes.
That was a sentry ward there, right? I'm not crazy. Oh well. Another death for the Lina. 6-7-0 on the Lina. Most kills. In fact, what the fuck is this? 100% of the kills have come from the Lina, and the line is even the only one to assist on a kill in 20 minutes. 20 minutes. 1 assist on the Radiant. Forgotten Fury tried his best, but his best was not good enough so far. Ayots being annoying around the map. Did well earlier on mid to try to push out against Witch Doctor, and then now did one bot to push out against Hamid. But Hamid's not going to be too bothered. He could probably Scorched Earth and just heal right back up.
Dire's top tower's getting beat down.
So, Regen Rune top going to be picked up by Storm. Oh yes. That is. There's his Orchid coming out for him right now. Here we go. They are grouping up as 4 mid, so maybe not the ideal place to reveal you have an Orchid. At least not solo. But I think he's quite happy with the way the game is going right now. Anti-Mage, sitting on 2k gold, could get a Yasha, could get Vlad's. Something like a Vlad's would help him take Rosh. Vlad's Battle Fury, you can take Rosh with that solo, I believe. And instead goes for a Yasha, hunting in the jungle. Or the Ancients even. Doom on Forgotten Fury. Panda. Orchided.
Murder spree.
Drunken Brawl keeping him alive. Ulties. Polar Buried. Low mana. However, Pandas, they do no damage. It's level 1 Pandas. And now they're following him. He doesn't have a blink to get out of this. He's in trouble.
War criminal.
A 4-for-0 trade. Again. Anti-Mage wasn't there to make it 5-for-0. Things are starting to look grim for the Radiant. Very, very grim indeed.
Radiant's mid tower's getting banged up.
Even an AOlt is not going to stop this, unfortunately, I think.
Radiant's mid
Storm
tower
full
could
mana
use a
again thanks to
hand.
the Orchid regen. And
Radiant's mid tower ain't doing so good.
there's no reason for the Radiant, well, for the Dire to stop. They have Doom in 37 seconds, Witch Doctor ulti in 18 seconds. They can just group out and casually push a tower. A slow push will provide time for Doom to come back up, and then another tower falls. Rinse and repeat every 100 seconds. Last game we saw Doom going for a Refresher, I believe it was, as his second item. Perhaps he'll do this again. Fishbot, group pushing top. Moomin hunting. Long jump. Fishbot, silenced. Orchid, he's gonna jump. Ooh.
You know the drill.
Forgotten Fury,
Lost to top
jumping
tower.
in, saving the day. 2.5k gold and 5k XP from a single fight. 2 kills, 5k XP. Holy jeez. Anti-Mage, who literally just picked up his Yasha, has another 2.5k gold in the bank. Almost got his Manta style. And Storm, whom looked so strong, with his Orchid well before Fish's Manta, suddenly not looking so scary to be an Anti-Mage in this situation. Still have to be scared of the Ricky Cloud, but Storm, if you switch yourself to Treads, get yourself tank up a little bit, you'll have another 200 HP from the Manta style. So Storm is not looking as scary as he was during the pause because of that one kill. Ags picked up by the Doom. Wants to chase down the anti-mage, keep him low. Keep him doomed, stop him from blinking away. That way the Ricky can follow him after him. The Witch Doctor, they can all just keep right-clicking him, and the Storm doesn't need to use all his mana to follow the anti-mage in a jump.
Where the hell did I go?
Oh, where did you ghost? Go Doom. Lina picks up a blink now. Decent combo with the Yules, you can Yules and blink out. Oh, you can use the Ricky, and then you blink out of that. So that's perhaps a little bit more risky, I'm not sure. Looking at the wall coverage for the Dire, they only have this one here. Spot out the anti-mage in the jungle, farming these camps. And then they have movement to spot out the anti-mage there. Oh! Witch Doctor! Wow, he's dead. That Witch Doctor is dead. Oh, finger. No damage. Look at that. Dead before the finger even hit. Show of force, I guess. Doom and anti-mage before he can blink away. Swapped back. Stun on 2. Fishbowl still gonna fall. Rue. What can he do before he can blitz? And he falls. 2 for 2 trade.
He's doomed.
Storm and Doom blinking forward.
Here I am.
Forgotten Fury takes a fall as well.
Favor.
3 for 2 trade in the end. They're still chasing Linail.
The lions.
4 for 2 trade.
They got a
The Witch Doctor's already back up, the fight took so long.
Radiant's top tower's in bad shape.
Definitely not the fight the Radiant
Radiant's
wanted.
top tower's taking hits.
Now, looks like are they going to push, keep forward, or are they just going to hold back and farm? They could just go top. I mean, it'll probably be a little bit risky. Brewmaster does still have a split that he didn't manage to get off last fight thanks to a quick orchid by Polar Buried. Instead, they're just going to take Rosh. They have some wards to let them know if
Radiant's top
the
tower's hurting.
Radiant know. Radiant are most likely going to move that way or that way from their remaining towers, so passing through ward vision. So they can be reasonably confident of this, particularly since well, they have no way to know really. But the Radiant Vision is only here. Yeah, in fact, only there.
Old Roche won't be coming back for a
26:55. Ricky picks up the Aegis, drops Orb of Venom. Has got his BKB now as well, so Lina not going to be doing a huge amount for him anymore. No Rick, no Lina, no Lion, no AA. None of these heroes are going to do much. Storm picking up his own BKB. Same thing goes for him. Witch Doctor, 1,000 gold for his Aghanim's. Venge got a 4-staff now as well. Can swap the AM out and 4-staff away to safety. It'll be interesting to see what Antimage's next item is. Could be a Vlad, could be a Battle, could be a Basher, could be a BKB. I think BKB would be quite good. Though of course Doom goes through that. So it's not ideal, but Vish is almost always going to have to be fighting inside the smoke cloud. The Ricky's going to make sure to go in there having all the physical DPS, which Anti-Mage is not that great at removing or living through. They see Doom. They see him blink away. I think they can safely assume, whenever they see someone being even remotely aggressive on the Dire, that Ricky's backing them up. Like, you have to know what they know, which is that there's a reason for every action someone does. So if someone is doing something that's fucking stupid, either they're retarded, or they know something you don't, like where the Ricky is. Things like these you need to pay attention when you're playing against a Ricky. Anti-Mage is going to be farming this mid lane. Key hunting behind the tower. He's going to be looking for anyone standing in this region. Is that what he can see? Looks like it. Oh, he can see this way as well because
Radiant's
of the wall
bottom
up
tower
there.
seen better days.
Oh, now they see
Dire's
it.
mid tower.
Just gonna take the tower.
Technical difficulty. No breaking through.
If
the
Lina
dire
attempts to go on the
structures
Ricky,
for
the Doom
now.
is right there
Radiant's
to back him
bottom
up
tower
instantly.
ain't pretty sight right now.
It's
Dire's mid tower
scary
won't last
prospect.
much longer.
Anti-Mage, he is
Radiant's bottom tower
mid.
done for.
with a TP scroll, so he can defend
Dire's
this.
mid-tower
But Witch
needs a
Doctor, he's got
little help.
Aghanim's now. And Ricky, he went back to defend. Mana Burn is a scary prospect for Ricky.
Dire's
By the
mid
looks of it.
tower could use a little help.
'Tis mine.
Doesn't have a huge amount of mana to begin with, and then a couple of hits by the Anti-Mage. 64 mana burned each time. You know, can't survive many hits.
I'm over here. Illusion.
Orchid, not Orchid, BKB, even coming out for the Storm Spirit now. Panda finally got his blink, so he's going to be able to initiate the fights. Potentially, Storm Spirit's pretty quick with his Orchid though, so I wouldn't like to be the Panda trying that, particularly if you want to clap as well. That's a bit greedy. Probably only going to have to only jump and Primal Split. Even that could get cancelled though if the Storm Spirit expects it to be coming.
The Dire might want to mine their top tower.
Having trouble seeing straight?
Looks like the red Dio. They resolved themselves to a slow push here. It's 26, the Aegis, so they got another 2 minutes. Another minute and a half on it.
On you!
So Moomin's jumping in.
Whoa, what'd I miss?
Storm,
Time you!
Over here now.
Out of Fury. He's dead.
Murder spree.
Anti-Mage jumped back onto Polar Buried.
Let the
He's out though.
Still got my pride.
Witch Doctor ulti. It's on fish.
What a devil.
The Nordic mountains will breathe your name tonight.
I shall spill an end to
Anti-Mage
all evils.
brought back.
How many times are you gonna miss?
Tower not taking much damage. Witch Doctor in trouble.
The doctor is
So in the end,
out.
3, 4, 3, and 3 buybacks. 1,300 gold swing in the favour of the Radiant though after that.
Haste.
What a Fury? Stun?
Guess what's happening to Dire?
What was that
bottom tower?
blink? How interesting. And another kill for Brewmaster. Almost got his blink,
Dire's bottom
BKB now.
tower's getting the
Once he's
business.
got that, it's going to be easy peasy for him to jump in.
Hope the Dire weren't partial to that mid tower. The Dire
They take a tier 2 after that, and looks like they're going to take another tier 2 as well. The Dire perhaps getting a little bit overconfident with their large gold lead of 15k.
Bottom tower.
Not quite enough if the
Over here now.
pull. So Fishbot doesn't get out, unfortunately, I don't think. Yep.
Dire's bottom
Fishbot
tower
will take a
getting
fall.
the
He is dead for
business.
93 seconds now.
Blow the man down.
However, the Dire are not in a position to push. They did defend their tier 2 and kill the Anti-Mage, who sorely needs to stay alive and get some extra farm. But they still took the hard blow on that fight. It shouldn't have been anywhere near as close as it had been, I think. A lot of it was buybacks though, so the Radiant can't pull that shit off again 2 times in a row. Ricky going for his Diffuser Blade now. More for the more for the purge than the mana burn itself, I believe. As Ricky is not particularly an illusion-based hero, so the 25 mana burn doesn't. It's there. It's plus 25 damage a hit, but it's not something you buy it for on Ricky. You buy it for that on PL, who is like 8 times 25 a second. So it's like, you know, 200 mana a second burned. But no, Ricky, it's more for the purge. Keep your enemies in the smoke cloud. Anti-Mage's dead for 20 seconds still. D1 Panda. Storm jumping in, grabbing Linail. Linail dead. Endsphere dead. Anti-Mage's dead for 8 seconds still. Hamid in the cold. All the BKBs are now down for the Dire. Apart from Hamid, who just went ham without his BKB.
Structures must have been fortified. Triple brewing at Radiant's bottom tower.
How can they take this without 2 supports? It's the big question. Ooh, Linail, good blink out. Korean letters. Jumps back in. Good ulti. AA buys back. Ulti 7 and movement. Movement dies from the Nina ulti. GtAngel takes the fall as well. In the end, a 2 for 3 trade. No, 2 for 4. I have no idea.
I insist.
Dominating. Double kill.
I've no use for spirits of the north.
3 kills for the Radiant at least. And I believe it was 3 kills for the Dire. Maybe 4. There's a lot of buying back going for the buyback status. No. 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 6 minutes. A bought back. All the others did not. So that means it was only the A. No, more than the AA died. I'm sure the Panda died as well. No, the Panda didn't die. I have no idea, I'm sorry. Oh, 20 seconds
He's mine.
on that timer. See? Are they going to check again is the question. Or are they just going to wait? Gem? Yep. Yep. Guys? 4 by 7. This was 7's gem that dropped. Moonman's going to be not happy about that. Now that they've got a gem, they're in trouble. Who picked it up? I'm losing my mind. AA picked it up. Do they see that ward there? They are aware of something they're giving the vision to Hamid. AA? Gonna be ulting the Rosh Pit? No, just to... And GtAngel dodges that. That surprises me. I'm sure that hit. Pings go out by light blue. Probably polar buried, looking by the Dire's actions. But the Radiant, they know about this. Doesn't look like they can do a whole lot about it though, unfortunately. So,
Is tough, but the
Ricky
Dire's
picking up the
tougher
Aegis,
still.
27-29. Lina going for the Lincoln Sphere, something to stop the Storm Spirit jumping on him. Something to stop the Doom just jumping him with Doom as well. All things that are really important for him to not be. He needs to be counter initiating really with his stun. He can't be initiated upon. It doesn't give him a whole lot of room to maneuver. 4.9k gold on the Anti-Mage. Going to be saving for buyback, which happens in 1 minute. So he needs to save 2k gold essentially after unreliable gold reductions after death. 2k gold exactly. There we go. He's going to have buyback for the next fight with a Reaver. 2k HP on him, 16 armor. Starting to get tanky, starting to become a problem, I think, for the Dire. And the Lincoln Sphere picked up fully by Lina. If we look at net worth. Anti-Mage leading. 500 gold bonus on the top end, then the 3 calls for the Dire, then the 2 calls for the Radiant, and then the supports. Poor supports. Particularly, yeah, he's trying desperately to get this Aghanims. He's just 2k gold off now. Unlikely to get it if this fight doesn't go their way again, and the fight after that.
Illusion.
Anti-Mage. Oh, Moomin. Moomin, do you see that? Do you see that? No. Sneaky, sneaky. He knows they have a gem because they dropped it. Ping the Ricky. Anti-Mage is most likely asking where the Ricky is in case he's going to get jumped on when doing Ancients. Up here. But he's safe for the moment. They see the Ricky, so Anti-Mage is safe to push top.
Dire's mid tower.
Gonna pick up the
won't
Hasting in the
last much
meantime.
longer.
Haste! Look at it go!
Dire's
And
top
Dire
tower's getting beat
Siege's
down.
bot again as 5. Anti-Mage taking the tier 2 top.
Dire's structure's looking fortified.
But
Dire's top tower.
don't know if the tower's
you
going to
know
fall.
the drill.
It could well fall actually, most likely. And the Dire, another creep wave, another attempt. Hamid
Dire
taking the
might
lead.
wanna mine their top tower.
A ult. Hamid,
Dire's
he's
top tower's gone.
dying.
Spree.
GtAngel tries to do an ulti.
Spree.
Doesn't work. All buried in deep. Smoke cloud. Anti-Mage, he's in trouble. He's in trouble. Oh! Does take a fall. Ricky's Aegis. Lina. Nope. Doesn't get the stun.
Dire's
Polar buried.
top
Low
tower,
HP.
You know the drill.
Low mana. 7. Ooh. Body blocking the mantas. Polar buried gets
Top
out.
Tower's getting beat down.
Gem on Korean. Moomin is in trouble. Moomin takes a fall. 3 for 3 trade in the end.
Dire's top tower.
Both.
You know the drill.
It's going to be 3 for 4. It could well be 3 for 4. 7 trying desperately to get away. But
Dire's
nope.
top tower
Is he going to use his ulti?
beat down.
No.
Those people had families.
3 for 4 trades in favour of the Radiant. They had a decent start. Went tits up quite quickly for them though. But now they're bringing it back. All in all, 2.5k gold change in favour of the Radiant. A lot of it on the Lina. Anti-Mage did lose 600 gold. But still, and these BKBs, they're getting low. 8 seconds on both BKBs for Storm and Ricky now. 10 seconds on the Panda used. 12 bottle charges? I don't know about that. But yeah. Radiant haven't lost Drax yet. The tower's taking damage, but it's not lost yet. Anti-Mage. Still got the 2k gold. He needs to buy back. Storm jumps in, jumps out.
Whoa, what I missed?
Jumps out even further. Witch Doctor? It's only a 70-second cooldown. It's only that. But still, it's a little bit odd. Lina going for the Ags now, something to get through the BKBs of the Ricky and Storm. Short as they are getting. Hamid keeps going to use his BKB in the fight, so his is a little bit longer than the Storm Spirit, but Fishbot. Mantas, and he's just going to escape. 1900 HP is a bit much for the Ricky to get through. Vit booster needs 600 gold, let's say, before he has hard and buyback, so it's probably what he's going to look to do now. Though he is aware that just because the Ricky gave up doesn't necessarily mean that the rest of the Dire team gave up as well. And they see GtAngel, they see him ward. That's going to get dewarded instantly. He's just going to get killed.
No.
Lion laying down the law. You don't be warding in my jungle. Anti-Mage doesn't have buyback anymore. He's got the 1500 gold, but he loses like 600 when he dies. All his unreliable, leaving with only 1000. So he's going to have to farm some more creeps if he's going to want to have the gold necessary. Of course, it's an anti-mage. I have no doubt that he will farm the gold up before he dies, but still, it's a bit of a risky maneuver. At least he didn't eat into his unreliable gold, though. At least something you want to avoid, be avoiding at all costs when you have buyback to spend. You want to be having that as much unreliable.
Dominating.
Doom? Nope, not quite. Does Doom in the end. Fishbot, he's dead. Will he have the buyback gold? 1400. How much does he require? 1486. He doesn't have it for 60 seconds. This is the danger when you buy stuff without your buyback. Sure, you could farm it later, but
blown to bits.
now Anti-Mage is dead. Now he does have buyback now with that tower dropping, so perhaps he saw it coming. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt on that one. Lina also has buyback, but they're gonna have to use it to defend this tower. They're gonna have to start the fight
Mid-tower's coming apart.
with buybacks already used. Storm
Sophie's flame.
not there though, so
Primal split.
primal split. Moomin jumping away. Seben in deep shit. Seben dead. GtAngel hiding in the trees. Doesn't have a TP out. Stormbanner lifts him up. Seben dies. GtAngel gonna take a fall as well. 2 supports for 2 buybacks.
Hot enough for you?
Maybe worth it, maybe not.
Regeneration.
Really depends on what they can get out of this, because the dire supports don't have buyback. They're supports. It's hard enough to get any items of support, let alone if you're saving for buyback as well. So with this, 2 big teamfight ultis down for the Dire in a potentially what could be a quite severe misplay. Anti-Mage
Dire's
leading by the front. He
mid-tower
knows
doesn't
Doom is down because it used to kill him already. A very short cooldown there.
Touche.
Storm tries to jump Lina.
Zap. Ha!
Radiant's top
Lower
tower
mana though, and he gets ulted. Fish gets ulted. Ahmed
mid-tower.
dies and takes a fall as well. Moomin, the only one left alive. Gem is on the deck. Moomin
Radiant's top tower's taking
is trying to run, but he gets spotted out by a sentry ward drop.
Technical difficulty.
Misses the combo, and he takes a fall as well. All dead for the Radiant.
Radiant's top tower
Dire
taking
even.
hits.
Haste.
But with the supports up, it looks like they're just going to back up. Maybe? Anti-Mage, he's low HP, but he's got a haste and he's got heart, so he's coming back in. Witch Doctor ulti.
I wasn't dead, just in.
Gets stopped by ulti.
Grind me down for what ails.
Ricky buys back, and he's just going to jump out. Rosh, past the 8-minute mark, 1 minute 30 left on the timer. Endsphere. Spotlight has the gem though. Moomin's got to be careful about this. Well, it's an AA. Oh shit, AA! Oh, okay. Night vision saved him, I think.
Money to burn.
Now they're just going to go back to farming up. The look at take Hamid spotted out by the anti-mage illusions. Just going to have to back up. Look at the gold swing. It's starting to fall back into the favour of the Radiant. These fights, they've been not going well. They've thrown themselves against the base one too many times, and now they're going to have to reevaluate their position, see if it's as good as they once initially thought. It's definitely not as good as they once initially thought, but is this enough to win the game still, is the question. Anti-Mage still has to be careful. Can't just farm safely with the Dire being as aggressive as they always are. 2, 3 there. 5. Storm, he's in trouble. Gets ulti. Storm is dead instantly. Witch Doctor ulti doing work though. Before the fish kills him. Fishbot gets doomed. 3 for 0 at the moment. 3 for 1. 7 dies. 4 for 1. Ricky's in the air. He's frozen. 5 for 1 trade. Lina dead for ages. So is the Ricky. In fact, if we look at buyback status, it's Doom. Doom is the only one with buyback. In fact, you can see it up here. Doom is the only one with buyback status, and Rosh is up. Anti-Mage with an Aegis is something to be feared. Level 25, 4k gold on him. He's got 2.1k reliable gold, plenty if he wants to, plenty for buyback if he wants to buy something with a 2k other gold. Go for a butterfly. Picks up a Vlad's instead. No, Korean Letters picks up a Vlad's instead. Something to give the anti-mage even more lifesteal. Usually the anti-mage himself would get the Vlad's, but it's even better if someone else can get it. Saves him an item slot. Anti-mage. Cheese for the Lion. Could give it to the Lina later. Lina doesn't actually have a slot for it, but and so, back to zero. Back where it all began. Zero net worth. The Dire have zero lead. In fact, they have less than a lead. 10k goal XP difference now in favour of the Radiant. If you look at the levels, it's all in the cause. A Fish level 20. It's across the board really. Fish level 25 to the Ricky's level 23. Panda 23 to the Doom's 20. So yeah, it's the cause. The supports 18, 18, 16, 16. So everyone's got their level 3 ultis. Supports aren't getting any bigger. But yeah. What mask is that? Acolyte of the Vengeance mask. Hooded mask. It's a cool mask.
Double down on sorcery.
Yeah, picked up an Eagle Song. Still got 2.2k reliable gold. Buyback in 33 seconds on him. In fact, BKB on Storm. That's his. That's 5-second BKB now. Nothing too fancy. That was a bit optimistic, Venge, to say the least. No ulti? Okay, good. Venge is dead. No buyback. Fish has Aegis. They're a little bit deep though. Takes so long to die though. His team is well back in spot. Anti-mage, jump in to kill the Witch Doctor. Doom on Fish now. Polar buried, ball back as well. Fish, half HP. Hamid, dead. Fish, he's getting low, he's tanking tower, he's going to take a fall. Endsphere helping him along the way, trying to deny him. 5-for-1 trade. Despite having buybacks. And GG, well played, is called by GtAngel. Very, very well played indeed by the Radiant to hold on long enough. Anti-mage just got too big. That's a comeback if ever I saw one. Well played to the Radiant.